Warning, the following stunts are done by trained professionals. Actually, we're not trained. Robbie is just a dumbass and decided to do a drunken fantasy football podcast. The thoughts, opinions, and takes are ours and ours only. It is not our fault if you lose in fantasy football or sports gambling. Viewer discretion is advised.
What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Rumboyz Robbie. Welcome to the one, the only Rumboyz After Dark. What's the deal, Pickles? Is everything kosher? I know that it's been a long week. We just got through with some week one action. We are now entering week two. It has been 2 weeks since we have been live on a Friday night doing Rumboyz After Dark. So you already know we came to bring the pain. Little throwback hip hop for those that don't know. Hey, listen, really quick, shop to shop GLD. Link is down below in the description. Get like me, rock your favorite NFL team. Hey, yo, hold up. Show them what we got. Let's take it to the yacht.
Hop out in Miami when no land, I got no understanding. Out of here, I'm burning, or turn me on, you can't understand it. In the club, posted up, nail it up, no matter where I'm standing. Drop GLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no on zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it, good friend, go where you're not.
And really quick, one more reminder. Link down below. You can take advantage of our DraftKings offer as well. That's right. You can catch us throwing down all the action on all of our shows based off of DraftKings odds. Hey, let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Let's get into the cast and crew. Hey, first up, stepping up to the plate. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop the mic, FF.
What it do? What it do? Week 2 is here. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's.
So white. I love it, though. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, he is my favorite heel, your favorite heel. Give it up for TDS Taco.
He ain't my favorite heel.
Yo.
Taco be saying something.
Where are you?
Hello?
There you are.
Hello. Yo, man, listen, it's week 2 and I'm already stressing. There's too much shit going on already. I'm losing it, man. I'm losing it. Higgins, Walker, I got a dud from Coleman. Oh my God, let's get this shit rolling. I need some help.
How many leagues are you in again? You may need
more than I thought I'd be in.
You may need to refresh your internet just so you know.
Camera, just to let you know, you look like Tecmo Bowl 8-bit.
I know. This man is moving in fucking slow motion and shit. Go, Roboto, Disco, Roboto. Go ahead and refresh your camera. Oh, wait, it looks like now we caught up. Now we good. Whatever you just clicked.
So, Robbie, before you get started, you know how you call them our favorite heel?
What's up?
You know who he is?
Who?
Should I wait till he comes back on, or should I just say who he is to us?
Just say it. We're binding him time.
He is the Rumboyz version of the WWE's Dominic Mysterio.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. Leaf says El Noche. Damn, Daniel, what's good? What's good? Yes, we are going to be talking El Noche for you guys. Don't worry. Don't you worry. What's good, Aiden? What is good, boys? Ayo. As always on this show, you know what we gotta do. All right, make sure you guys share the content. All right, make sure you guys share the content. Show some love. If you watch,
I don't have much left.
If you watch it on Twitter, make sure you retweet. All right. If you watch it on YouTube, grab that link, share. Hey yo, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the rum boys and girls, what it do? Dilly dilly. Arr, let's get it.
Hey, Taco, is that White Claw or water?
Water. The White Claw hasn't started yet.
He's pacing it. He's pacing it. All right. Let's get into it, boys. As always, on tradition, we did have a game last night. So we do got to go ahead and address the major elephant in the room. Not exactly how we want to be, I guess, starting a show, but the Dolphins looked like they were in completely shambles for the last 2 weeks. All right, for the second week in a row, and now they also lose to a concussion. I feel like the biggest question that we need to lead off with is, should Tua retire or not? What's at stake here for the Miami Dolphins for the rest of the season with that coinciding? But then we also still need to look at the other side of the picture, which is the Buffalo Bills. What do we think of the new look Bills throughout 2 weeks of football? Mike, take it away.
Is this the only time we're talking about the Bills? I need to know that before I give my take.
I mean, throughout the show sheet, you have the show sheet.
I forgot what it looked like, okay? I'm just going to go. First off, before we get into the two main topics that you brought up, you said something at the beginning of your statement, and I want to rebuttal something you said. They have not been in shambles for 2 weeks. I'm sorry. I disagree with that. They won in week 1. Yes, they came back. Yes, it was a comeback win. Yes, they were down by 14, but they still won in week 1. I would not call that in shambles. What happened to them being in shambles started last night, happened before the injury. They were in shambles the entire game, even before the upsetting or the injury that is upsetting to as not just as a football team, but as life. He had already thrown 2 or 3 picks. He had already thrown a pick 6. That was, awful. To the Tua situation, before I get into the Bills real quick. To the Tua, yes, he should retire. There's something, Tony Gonzalez said it with the fencing, pose and all that.
Yeah.
Yes, he should retire. Do I think he's going to? I think there's too much of a competitive aspect that something's telling me that he's not going to. I do think it's closer to 50-50 that he will, but I don't know if he will. He won't be back for a minimum. I think they're going to put him on the IR, which will put him a minimum of 4. I think it'll be more like 6. Yes, he should retire. If he doesn't retire, or even if... Okay, there's 2 options that I heard, and here's what I think about the options. If it's going to be short-term, 4 to 6 weeks, I think they should go out and get Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
If it's going to be where he's out for the year, go out and get crab legs Winston.
If the Browns can even afford that, given everything with Watson right now.
No, I understand. I understand that aspect. But the Browns also have DTR in their back pocket still. They also have other situations. For gosh sakes, they won 5 games with Joe Flacco. You can win with DTR. I'm going to let you guys dive more into the Miami situation, but I am going to say something about Buffalo, partially because cover boy athlete of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? I am not ready to eat my words yet. Yes, James Cook is a stud. He did good. Stud so far this year. He did good. He only got me 2 points in the second half yesterday when I thought I was going to get a 40 burger in one team where I had him and a chain on the same roster.
I had him and a chain in my freaking big money league. $3,000.
I had him and a chain on the same roster, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get a 40 burger. Yes, we know why that didn't happen. But I'm going to say this because I know I'm going to upset you, Robbie, by saying this.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Because I personally disagree with you, and I'm going to tell you my opinion. I'm still not bought in on the James Cook hype.
What else do you need to see? What else do you need to see out of James Cook?
I need to see it for a couple more games before I'm in on the hype, because part of my problem with James Cook is I do not think that the touchdowns are going to stay because of freaking Josh Allen. And I think Ray Davis is going to eat into his touchdown load by halfway through the season, which is what I said at the beginning of the year. If he can keep those long, like that 30-yarder or whatever it was, that's not, I don't know if that's sustainable. If they're going to go to this super run-heavy, short passing game and stay away from the long ball because they lost Diggs and they lost Gabe Davis, Keon Coleman might be a hit-and-miss kind of guy, but I don't know if Cook is going to be the guy. If they go that way like they seem to be a little bit, I'm just interested in what happens in the 5 and 10. Because last night, Allen didn't score, and it was all him. What's that going to look like? They're looking better than I thought, even though they did come back from a comeback win in week 1 as well. Yes, Miami looks like they're in shambles, but I just disagree that they were in shambles from the jump. They were in shambles from the jump yesterday. Maybe Tyreek Hill was still thinking he was rolling up his window in his Lambo. Go ahead, talk.
God damn.
I mean, what a segue, Mike.
I think segue. Gosh,
I think you let your emotions come out, and we're glad and we're thankful for that. This is a safe space, and you should be able to let these feelings out. And I agree with you in a lot of the things that you're saying about James Cook. From the aspect of, yes, he's a nice player, but is he that, like, oh my God, this dude is a mega fantasy monster, or, oh, this guy's the guy that I want to be starting every single week, knowing more than likely he's going to get me this amount of points? Because let's face it, he had as many touchdowns last night as he had last year. If I'm understanding correctly. And the year before that. And he had a 40-yard touchdown running here. So, and he had a 17-yard touchdown catch. So he had a couple of big plays. So when you look at it from that context, I'm saying he's a nice player. He's a solid player. He's a RB2. Because any week he could blow up, and then most weeks he'll be like pretty solid. To me, he's a solid RB2. I do not look at him as an RB1. I don't want him as my RB1. But I do think with the Bills, it's what I was saying from the beginning. Addition by subtraction. By removing Diggs from that locker room and that quote-unquote pick me mentality, get me the ball, I need to score, I need my numbers, Josh Allen now no longer has pressure. Josh Allen now can get the ball where it needs to go. Hey, this guy's open. That guy's open. Hey, let me run the ball. Hey, listen, maybe we won't get this play on there, but I'll set this up for later. Let me get this guy this ball in this action because I'm going to set something up. All these things can just now easily flow because you don't have the diva receiver there commanding the attention. And where did I say we saw that? And where did I say they would model themselves after? And what does it look like they're doing? They're taking the Kansas City Chiefs model. They got rid of Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is a fantastic player, but for that much money for a diva that's going to command the ball, that doesn't like dog it and they can't have that kind of impact. Like if you're a defensive player and you're getting how do I say this? Like if you're a diva on defense, you go out there and you fucking punch someone in the face. You know what I mean? You go and you get the ball. If you're a diva on offense and you're a wide receiver, all you do is complain about them trying to force you the ball when it's maybe not necessarily the best play, and you just want a chance to try to win the game. And I think that's the big difference here is that you invested in Jones. Jones is also a little bit more of a diva player. Same thing with Von Miller. You invest in those guys if you're going to get divas, and you let the wide receivers go out the door, and you go get a bunch of young guys that are athletic that can make plays after the catch, where you can spread the ball out, and now you treat the quarterback like Steve Nash, and he's just popping out there to the open man. Boom, little action here. Boom, quick play there. And you get a couple of different receivers that can play in the different levels, in the intermediary, and the deep, and the short. And next thing you know, you have a team that's more deadly than they were with Stephon Diggs. So I think right now what we're seeing from the Bills is the evolution of to what the Chiefs were last year before they got all the receivers that they had. Now the question's going to be is can you out Mahomes? But that's a whole different story.
Yeah. Tying in with this, Brad asking thoughts over on Twitch. Thoughts on Waddle as of right now. Should I trade him for Marvin Harrison Jr.?
I mean, as draft, that would be an uptake.
I mean,
redraft and dynasty, or obviously dynasty, no, redraft, yes.
Yeah, I mean, just speaking purely redraft, probably likely at this point, especially if it's going to be freaking Skylar Thompson throwing passes.
I think between the two, I know Taco might have more to say, and I know you have your whole take. All I will say real shortly about this that ties into this question. Between the two of Hill and Waddle will be affected in the negative more losing Tua. Hill will still be vetted effective, but he will be more effective. He won't lose as much than Waddle will.
Exactly. They're going to have to end up leaning on Tyreek Hill more so, which kind of leads into what I was just about to say. Make sure you guys retweet the most recent. I just dropped a tweet letting everybody know that we live.
I got one more thing to add on. Like on the Dolphin side though, why was Tua not wearing this fucking cap? Like,
hold on, stop it. I'm gonna stop it. Stop it. Not your turn.
I didn't finish my turn.
You did.
I just did the Bill side.
Oh my gosh! All right, hurry up.
We don't have an hour.
All I was gonna say is for the Tua side is why was he not wearing the fucking cap with his goddamn history? That just seems like the biggest malpractice I've seen. Like Tua
it's optional. It's the player's choice.
Yeah, well, he's a fucking moron for not wearing it.
That I agree, and I said that last night during the live. So segueing into my take, those that saw me, calling play-by-play, that was one of the things that I had immediately brought up as soon as it happened. I was like, wait, hold on. Like, and prior to it, obviously, I feel like no one thought about it. Realistically, I feel like nobody was thinking about Tua wearing a Guardian cap. Although I feel like I said on air last night, they made this fucking rule for you, bro. This rule was made I feel like, for you and players like you that get multiple concussions. All right. Do you want to end up like Antonio Brown? This is how you end up like Antonio Brown. Because you're one more fucking hit away from joining CTSPN and being on a goddamn podcast. Like, I'm sorry, but when DeMar Hamlin is the one who fucking takes you out, the way that the way that the universe works. Now it's clear that I'm here for a real reason because he got hit like I got hit, but he ain't breathing. Bro, the way of the universe, I'm sorry, that whole situation was just fucked and it was scary. Chat, y'all saw last night, did I or did I not just go completely dead silent for like 2 seconds? All emotion just ceased. Normally, I call a game all the way to the end. We got to the 2 minute, and I was like, I'm not even going to sit here and watch them kneel it out for fucking 3 downs. We already know that it's done. And like, to Taco's point, malpractice, yes. I feel like now after last night, there needs to be written in a rule. You can't do it in the middle of the season. But after this season, hey, if you have more than 2 concussions, if you have more than three, hey, strap up, son. You're putting on that fucking Guardian cap. You want to keep playing? If that's your choice to keep playing, that's on you. I feel like, Tua, you need to be considering retirement for the sake of your family. You are your own man and you have free will. And I think that we're all forgetting that by us all trying to tell him what to do. At the end of the day, it is going to be Tua's decision. Quarterbacks also, though, shouldn't be – no player should be getting concussed that many times, years back to back to back. So it's up to you. And Antonio Brown called him Hawaiian Daniel Jones, then told him to retire. Oh, my gosh.
DeMar did just get that contract. Do you think he could walk away from that? Like when you just got that much fucking money, Can you walk away from that?
I think the team could pull the plug. I think the team could be like, you know what? We're just going to let you keep the money. And
I mean, if they're going to do that, then they can take the out. just take the money and run. But like that's like 1 year is just like what, 50 million? Like,
hear me out.
1 year.
Just hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. If I'm a team, okay, it's almost better the return that you're going to maybe get on the PR by maybe just like letting it be and just walking away cleanly. Like, I'm sure there's something written in the contract where they can equally part ways if this becomes an issue. Like, there has to be something in there. Hell, the Cardinals try to throw in a Call of Duty clause for Kyler Murray. I'm sure there's something about Tua's concussions.
I would hope.
So, I mean, yeah. It's official, Lee's. They just said, "Oh my gosh, we have UFC talk later. Relax, guys. My gosh, chat. Like, all right. Oh, and then as for the Bills look like the Bills. I still think that it's going to be a minute before we get the passing game where it needs to be. Josh Allen needs to, kind of start implementing that. There's absolutely no reason for the draft value that you went and you got Josh Allen to be getting fucking 12, 13 fantasy points. Not from a, in 2 QB first pick. Scott Fishbowl. I took Josh Allen like as quick as I could. Like, so yeah. Really quick, segue into the next topic here. Last week, we finally got a look at one of this channel's favorite things, NFL rookies. All right. The internet is having a field day right now, heavily scrutinizing this year's rookie class just off of week 1 performances alone. What rookie has you worried the most right now? And who do you think will come out having the best week 2? And also, you can shout out who you just felt like dominated last week too.
Well, I mean, if we're going to talk about who I'm worried most about, I mean, I think we have to keep it right where we've been. Keon Coleman, goddamn boy, you got
really
crazy. 0. You had 1 target. You had 1 target. And the other game,
but he had 4. Well, he had 4 his first outing.
4 in the first game, 1 in the second game. Okay, I understand the game script. I understand everything that you're saying, but much like what you said, the passing offense there is going to be probably more depressed than we originally anticipated, and they might be able to survive more off the running game than we thought. Kind of like that year with Mahomes, where everyone was expecting primetime Mahomes, and listen, Mahomes still won. They were still great, but his numbers just weren't the same numbers that we're used to, and I think that's going to be something very interesting. And it's definitely looking like Shakir is going to be more of, I feel like, his safety blanket than we thought. And I think Kincaid is still looking bumpy, and you have all that going on, and Coleman's getting 1 target. So that's even more so shocking, because I'm like, it's not like those guys are blowing you away, but they are definitely getting more of that rapport and more of those targets. So yeah, that's the one that has me a little nervous. And then I guess the one that I'm looking forward to, I'll keep it as a homer and say Malik Neighbors trying to bounce back from that not horrible, but that crappy Daniel Jones performance, and hopefully Jones can air it out a little bit more and start getting him the ball some more. I know that Daboll's going to try to run some creative plays to get him the ball, but the question will be, will Jones see them to get the attempts in? And is that little injury that he had going to have any kind of impact on his game? But I just have a feeling that Neighbors is going to have a chance to put on a good game.
All of you, of course, you're a Giants fan, so you're going to back your guy. But that was cute. That was cute. Mike,
can you please restate the fact? What are my parameters again? A guy that I'm afraid of, and a guy that I'm.
So yeah. So what rookie has you worried the most right now? Who do you think has the best week 2? And if you want, you can feel free to shout out someone that you were impressed with last week.
Okay, I'm gonna tee you up. There's one that I'm impressed with, but I'm not saying them because I hope you do. Hint, hint. Okay?
Oh, I know who that is.
You better bring them up because if you don't, I'm gonna be upset that I didn't.
Well, I was feeling like we were all gonna just like mention someone from our.
If you get this one wrong, Robbie, you're the real deal.
You went neighbors, so like I'm
the one I'm impressed is not. I'm not bringing my guy up. I'm not bringing this guy up.
Okay, cool. Then you
the one that I'm impressed with, and I'm sick of hearing Taco talk about his quarterback like he sucks because he can't suck if Brian Thomas Jr. is going to be a stud in the NFL, and I was impressed by what he did in week 1. Let's go. Who had a bad week 1, and I'm worried in the sense that the team traded up to get this player. I never said he was going to have a great year, but I'm just saying in the sense of for fantasy purposes, for the weapons and for the team in general, we had questions about this team from the jump. I know they played a decent defense, but if Bo Nix keeps playing like the way he did in week 1, Sean Payton is going to be in more trouble than we thought.
Yeah.
That's the problem there. And yes, I'm going to go chalky on this one, and I do not care. I want to see a bounce back from MHJ, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Okay. So you and Taco, okay. I
just want to see how he does. Was it the Russ? Was it Tyler?
So really quick with the MHJ thing, I mean, I figured at some point we were going to bring it up. Kyler's saying, my job is not giving the ball to MHJ. What he's really saying in that, like Kyler can be very, very brash.
Yes.
We all know this. And of course, that being a very brash statement, especially with a rookie's usual temperament and thought process, they're very fragile already coming into the locker room and coming into the NFL. So having your leader say that kind of it's not what you want to hear as a rookie. I don't care if you're a first rounder or not, because that guy's also a first rounder. So he doesn't care how you feel. He's like, I care about fucking winning games and actually proving something and actually showing I can stay healthy. Like Kyler, you can tell is dead set on a mission, right? Yeah. But what he's really saying in that statement is I still have all these other weapons and all these other guys. I also have like connections with them as well. We've been working for so long. Like, I feel like that in Arizona, they truly believe that they have something bubbling, so to not like Marvin Harrison Jr. will get his when it's time, and they'll develop their connection when it's time.
Yes.
Like, we also got to remember that like MHJ kind of had the whole like diva mindset already coming in with the holdout with the Fanatic still and everything like that, so on and so forth. So it's a weird situation probably already. Like Kyler not really liking that type of thing with the type of player and the type of person that he is. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a while just because of the two different personalities before that meshes. I do agree with your Brian Thomas take. Your Brian Thomas Jr. take. Aiden saying BTJ cooked Ramsey. He absolutely did and was talking shit. Your Brock Bowers hype came true. I think that it did, slowly but surely we'll be coming along with that. One thing that I do want to address here with Leafs, Neighbors will run laps on Forbes. Yeah, he probably will, but it'll likely just be cardio due to the fact that his fucking quarterback can't really do shit right now, like offensively. Let's see. Joe Alt locking up Max Crosby was originally Quinion Mitchell, 3 forced interceptions versus the Packers, tie first among all players in week 1. What's good, Slap? What's good? Yep, K-State is up 14-7 right now. And yes, Tua, like we talked about at the beginning of the show, Tua needs to retire, bro. Brain is scrambled eggs. Facts. I agree. For me, the rookie that impressed the most, ironically, is also the NFL Rookie Player of the Week. And that is, it's a tie-up for me, okay? It's Jaden Daniels, and it's also Xavier Worthy.
Not even close to me.
To not, I'm sorry, but to not appreciate what both of those gentlemen put out in their week 1 performances, it is absolutely preposterous to me.
No, I'm not saying we can't. I'm not saying that we can't hold both.
They both ended with the most votes, and it came down to JD5 by like a little bit more.
To me, JD5 is 100% the answer.
Yeah, he won Rookie of the Week. It's undebatable.
Well, no, but I'm saying I don't think Worthy was close to JD5.
Worthy is definitely number 2. I'm sorry.
I never said he wasn't number 2.
Yeah, so that's just in my eyes. Brian Thomas Jr. had the 3rd best performance. A guy that worried me the most, I'm going to be completely honest, Caleb Williams worried me, okay? Caleb Williams worried me. Obviously, it's a long season. It'll come on. But watching that game reminded me, what game was that where he went up in the stands, laid in his mama's arms and started crying?
Oh, that was
Utah. Yeah, Utah. Look, for some reason, watching him in week 1, the way that he played, that's where my mind started going. And I worry about mental fragility with Caleb Williams, because with the pieces that you have around you, you have to command the offense. And there was flashes where it looked okay, but there were significantly bigger flashes of where it was like, oh, you're like rookie. You know, with Jaden Daniels, I feel like we saw, I'm going to rely on what I do good to at least keep my team competitive. I know how to fucking run the ball. Fuck you, I'm gone.
Yeah.
You know, oh, I see no one open, I'm gone. And it looked like he's trying to get the sliding thing down. That'll be worked on. You know, like that'll be worked on.
Okay.
I love seeing the moxie of his helmet going off and then popping right the fuck back up like a dog, like straight dog. All right. But I'll honestly say like Caleb Williams not looking assertive, you know, and I understand that it's his first game. I want to see how he builds and matures. But in this game, you have to mature fast. So how fast can you fucking mature? You can't be getting to it by fucking week 12 with the expectations of what the weapons that they brought in and for the guys that you have. You need to be able to come in and, you know, get it. Because of the weapons that you have, you do not have the excuse that any other first-round pick has. No other rookie in history has drafted as a first-round pick, has walked into a positive situation. There were times that it still looked like an Eberflus, you know, situation. But for the most part, it looked like Caleb blew a lot of fucking assignments.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Because I know you watched it. I know you went back and watched it.
And overpushed the ball down the field many a times.
Well, my question with that, and I know you brought Eberflus up. How much is it a Shane Waldron issue with the play, like the play calling and the system? Not system, because I think the system will be fine, but how much was the play calling and the execution of that from the OC to put him in the situations to succeed?
I think that's a lot of Caleb.
Okay.
When you're repeatedly overthrowing open guys.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I was just curious because I know we had discussions.
That's not a play calling issue because the play got the receiver open. You overpush the ball.
Okay.
You know, he needs to get he has a big arm. He needs to get it under control. I'm sorry to say this, but we could easily be looking, as much as everyone wants to give the Pat Mahomes comparisons. Okay.
Where are you going?
I think we're seeing more so. We could be seeing more of a Jay Cutler. Big arm, big fucking arm. And you loved it when it works. When it doesn't, oh my gosh, it's bad. It's bad. When Jay Cutler Jay Cutler was really bad at overthrowing.
So you're telling me what you're telling me is that he is a rookie year 2 Josh Allen.
Yeah, I can see that. And I was gonna kind of go there, but I didn't want to give him those types of praises yet.
I'm just saying, Josh Allen, his rookie year, no one thought he'd be doing what he's doing right now.
Yeah, fair enough. Taco Chat's talking to you. You can feel free to interact with them up in the chat and shit. It's bad when you're throwing up gang signs like you set tripping. Oh my god, yo, that's so fucked up. I said that shit too. Yeah, definitely. Caleb's timing was off. I feel like last night, or I'm sorry, not last week. So yeah, but yeah, those are my standouts. And then those are my ones that I'm worried about. I feel like the two that I mentioned as standouts I want to add a little caveat there. I feel like, obviously, we're talking about fantasy football, so we need a preference with health. I feel like can actually be consistent in that way throughout the season more times than not. Will there be games? Yes. But like I said with the Xavier Worthy situation, and why I feel like you need to be investing in Xavier Worthy is because, yes, Rashee Rice will have his games, Kelsey will have his games, but I think that Xavier Worthy, because of his speed and what he can do in the different ways he can be used, almost like a Debo-esque, he'll always be able to be involved in the game. And that's with Xavier Worthy. And then with Jaden Daniels, you're getting that Michael Vick effect. The internet is definitely putting that out there a lot last week, and that talk has been continuing. If you remember what you were getting in fantasy out of prime Michael Vick, you were winning fucking championships.
Yes.
Okay. What's good, Blue Jays? What's good? I do want to he said quit the talk to. Oh yeah, hey, slap been on the Tua topic, but he in the gym. He in the gym. So make sure that your live is all the way up to date. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share the content. We are going to get into our next topic. Really quick, gentlemen. Show me on this doll where the CMC injury hurt you. Okay. CMC is out for the second week in a row following reports, which means obviously fantasy managers, if they were able to grab him, will have to fire up Jordan Mason. Does this now become a committee whenever CMC eventually comes back? By the way, there's also talks of possibly going on the IR. And should fantasy managers maybe begin seeking trade offers for CMC? And if so, what should that look like?
All right, so I'm going to pick two spots that hurt. Two spots of the body that hurt. And yes, one I can say because I'm on the goddamn Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
Wait, Slap said, what the fuck was that, a voodoo doll? No, okay, for those that may not know, that is the therapy doll that they use in therapy where it's like, now show me where you were touched. Yeah. I did not post that on Twitter just because I was
wow.
show me where you were hurt.
All right, so
Gary said right in the heart.
So Gary's right on, but I'm gonna go back to my original comment. It hurt me two spots. One, Gary is right. Gary Z, what is up? It hit me right in the heart. Secondly, it hit me right in the goddamn testicles. It hit me right in the straight. And the reason I say that is this. Taco, I know you play in a lot of leagues, but I'm not exactly sure your formats, and I know you're in the league with us, so I know you know a little. I know you know some. Robbie, how many leagues that me and you are in, and even the leagues that me and you are in with each other?
Good shit, Blue Jays on a fucking Friday the 13th. Keep going. Are
freaking fab. And the reason I'm bringing that up is when you're in fab leagues, you can't pick somebody up because there's deadlines. Monday, you can't be picking anyone up.
Yeah.
I had CMC sitting there. I was going to win by 20 projected. And then CMC goes down, and I went to a 21% chance.
Yo, for winning. Real, Gary.
Okay, 21% chance to win purely because of it. And then it's a league with kickers. And the guy and I did no one I could put in, right? I had Debo. Great. He had Ayuk. Great. I thought I had it locked up. I didn't even freaking look. I would have had CMC. I had to take a 0 in my number 1 running back spot, and that motherfucker had Moody.
Wow.
And beat me by 1.7 points. With me taking a 0 burger to get to the whole thing with him. Yes, I am worried. IR, I get it. That could happen. Robbie, you asked a question about could it become a committee. I'm calling it 65-35 in my opinion. Maybe a 60-40. He's still going to get the heavy load, the bulk. But yes, I think Mason will have a role no matter what. I think Mason with CMC. If CMC played this week, Mason was still a flex play to me.
Gentlemen, you know what we got to do really quick?
What?
Mike is making very valid points. And here's something that we got to do. We haven't had in a while. It's time for Who Is Why the Rum is Always Gone Player of the Week.
It's definitely CMC this week.
CMC, this is for you. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rum boys and girls. What do you? Damn, Mike.
Well, I mean, that's last week, but yeah.
All right. So, we don't have a show right after so we had to say it. Okay, here's the thing. Yes, I think that is the case. I don't know if it's time. I understand you got to be ahead of the curve, but I don't know if it's time to trade for him or trade him away is what I'm saying. Could it be? The reason I'm not going to get too much into that is I don't know what kind of a return you're going to get right now, especially in redraft. Dynasty, you might still be able to get a little bit for someone that still thinks that, he's going to come back at the end or next year he'll be healthy, whatever. I'm also curious to hear Robbie's point of view on this because I'm going to ask him a question before he goes. So, Taco, you take it away.
I'm gonna say it hurts me in the brain because
you have one?
It's actually very analytical, and in most cases, I was vocally off of CMC this year because I was fearing injury because of the workload.
Both were. I remember.
So you're the one that spoke it into existence.
Non-existence, but a couple of years ago when this happened to him, I had him. And I had that feeling because he was coming off of that historic workload. Your body is just not meant to handle that. It's just not. And what I hate is that with me feeling like this, I should have had more shares of Mason drafted at the end of drafts and on my team than I did. So that's why it hurts me in my brain. And then when I look at it and when I hear the way they talk, I say, how the fuck could you have not had said something to anyone sooner, you sons of bitches? You're talking about IR. You're talking about Achilles strains. You're using words that make me go, oh my God, he would have been 5. He would have fallen down this draft board. He would have fallen. And we all know you start throwing those words around. I'd rather risk it with Lamb. You know how many people would be saying that? I'd rather risk it with Lamb.
Hold up. Wait, really quick. We did just get hit with a full you can donate through the stream, but you can also hit the Cash App and shout out to the homie Slap. Duh.
God damn you. Don't know.
Yeah, do it. Duh. Don't know. Hi.
All right, hold on. Let me grab my goddamn bottle. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Oh crud! I forgot.
What?
I hit the vape before the show on the way home, and now
I
I'm
hit the
doing this.
bullseye. I hit the bullseye too.
But I'm not. I can only do one or the other. But I've already
sounds
started
so
this, so I
hilarious.
might as well just keep going.
Mike sounds hilarious. Well, I hit the vape before I came here.
I took K-State's credit.
Yes, I did.
I took K-State.
Did you guys hear? Did you guys hear about the football, the
CMC
college game last
CMC
night?
injured. Hold on, which one?
The score's like 89 to something, and then they
Yeah,
decided
and
to do
they
a fourth
agreed to end
quarter.
it. Yeah, they agreed to end it in the fourth quarter. Look. We got a little bit of time, so I'm gonna make my take on this quick, so that we can talk about that. All right. Look. All right. To Blue A's point, CMC injured every year. If you weren't expecting an injury, you don't know ball. So this is where I give big props to Gator and Taco on this tape, because when we're in the group chat, we be talking shit, we be talking shit back and forth. This is also how we develop like the show ideas. The show basically gets produced through the group chat throughout the fucking week by like us just talking shit. And it was brought up that last time that CMC had this many, had over 300 plus carries in a season, he had back-to-back injury-riddled seasons. Okay. Now, granted, that was with Carolina, but you have to think about how San Francisco utilized him last year. Especially when you get those carries, those extra carries deep into the playoffs, so the Super Bowl, this is also to be expected. CMC, there have been reports where throughout the week where he has stated, I feel good enough to where I maybe could have even played last week. I would like to play this week. Sometimes as a player, you just automatically feel that way. With that being said and stated, I think the team is taking a precaution, and that's where the conversation comes into play, where they might put him on IR. This is bad for fantasy, okay? But this is good for the 49ers in the NFL standpoint, because just like fantasy, when you end up drafting on draft day, a injured player, a TJ Hawkinson, a Nick Chubb, et cetera, and you're stashing them with the intent that you're going to have that player for the playoff run. I believe that the 49ers are doing that in this situation. They know that they can go out there with the weapons that they have and get wins and win games, because year after year, they have proven that philosophy and they have proven that to be true. The 49ers are a fucking juggernaut. They were even before CMC. So, that's my take there. I'm Dylan Edwards escaped that Colorado trap, or I'm glad Dylan Edwards escaped that Colorado trap. Really quick, speaking of Colorado, did y'all see the fucker that drove onto the field? What a legend. Apparently he was being chased by police. Like, I've heard so many different stories.
Yeah, can I ask you one question about CMC, Robbie?
Huh?
Because I know your mind is like mine. Taco's more redraft. If you were in a situation where your team's getting a little bit older, you're in the hunt, but CMC is part of that, and it's dynasty, what are you selling him for?
Have I been rocking out wins for like the past couple of years already?
Yeah.
Like, have I already just been out there like whooping people's ass?
Yeah.
Okay. All dynasties must come to a reign. Must come to an end. All reigns must come to an end.
I've finished in the top 5 every year of this thing in the last 4 years.
So I have one where 2 years straight knocked it out the park. Last year lost. If I like in that one, I have had CMC. If I am you, I'm accepting my success, and I'm trying to find someone younger that can do the same job, and I'm trying to fool that person I'm trading with a silver tongue as to how great CMC is and how that's been the key to my wins, and how they're going to want him down the stretch for the playoffs.
Meanwhile, I'm taking someone who's younger and going to do the equivalent for me. My approach to that trade is the art of. It's honestly, you have to utilize a little bit of the art of deceit. These are your league mates. They're, as much as they're your friends outside of the league, they're your league mates. They know that all is fair in love and war.
Are you going like KW3 and something else? Is that who you're? Is that the area that you're targeting, like KW3?
Like, you mean K9? Like,
or yeah, K9.
Yeah. You're actually reading my mind. I would go like a K9. You know, someone that I know that they're going to grow into their role as the years progress. They don't have to pop out and show right now. But if I know that they're going to grow, then I'm willing to ride that train.
Okay.
I'm looking at it from a long-term investment standpoint versus a, they can plug and play and get me the chip right now.
Yeah.
But ultimately, yes, Slap, I agree. YouTube takes too much. I'd rather cash it. Exactly. And we still treat it the same way. Mike and Robbie are about to be hammered. Look, this is what we does. All right. Let's see. Blue Jays K-State is going to win. Yeah. All right. So I do want to talk about the 89-10 while we have about 10 minutes. I don't think I've ever heard of in American football history of a game agreeing to be basically mercy ruled in the fourth quarter, not in collegiate sports. I've never heard of this. What are your thoughts? I mean, they were getting their backs blown out. I guess like you could kind of just it should be okay, right?
So what's funny about this is Texas Southern, who won, was favored by 38.5. And supposedly whoever in the upper, not on the field, in the press box, wherever, that decided to okay this, it came out that they did look at that. They made sure that the spread and the over-under weren't going to be affected by shortening the game, which is key to me, because what if it was what if that would have mattered? So to me, it's weird, but I get it. 89-10, I think it's more the embarrassment, and they just want to get the game over. It just shocks me because this has never been a precedent. And the problem is
Alabama. It was South Alabama.
Or South Alabama. That was my bad. Wow. You know why? Because North Tech, because they played last night and I saw them on the damn TV. Okay, here's the problem. They've set a precedent. And next time we have Georgia versus Northwest, Southeast Arkansas State of the Republic of the NAIA, Canadian Football College Association of Canada, are we going to do this when it's 70-3 in a game like that? Because that could cause, if it was a bigger school, I think people would be making a bigger deal about it.
I have a proposition.
What?
U20 Team USA.
Oh, fudge and A.
Have to face South Alabama. And because the South Alabama is the one who blew their backs out, right?
South Alabama blew their backs out.
Yeah. So if South Alabama fucks up Team USA, U20, then from now on, they have to represent us until those U20 boys can whoop their ass. Because how in American sports, those Team USA U20 and South Alabama blowing another team out by 89-10 to the point that I can't remember who the fuck they blew out the 89-10.
Okay.
Are the two craziest things in football I've ever seen.
Okay, so this is the biggest thing that South Alabama is known for.
It was Northwestern State Demons.
This is the biggest thing that South Alabama football has been known for, besides Jalen Tolbert and
it was North Texas. It was North Texas.
Yeah.
Wait, no. All right, no. Fuck.
No.
Fuck.
South Alabama beat that other team. North Texas, North Texas is not involved. Okay. This is the most that South Alabama has been known for, besides Jalen Tolbert and hosting the damn Senior Bowl. So good for them.
Oh my gosh.
With the show is off the rails and it's freaking 7 o'clock.
It's the first half of the fucking show. Oh my god.
Hi, Taco.
Man, I'm still high off my Bills and under win last night.
Let's go to halftime.
Bills.
Let's go to halftime, boys. All right, I'll see you back in a minute. Hey, we got more. We have UFC talk on the other side. We have best bets. You know what? When we get on the other side of the show, we're just gonna go right into best bets and UFC talk, and then we're gonna do the other two topics. Yes.
No,
yes.
One of the other two.
We'll leave with one of the other two, do best bets, and then do the other one. Bow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you.
Oh, boys and girls want to do it. Share the fucking stream. It's about to get lit. Wait.
Gang with a gang with a gang with a gang. Gang when the cash in, we just scribbling racks out. I made a name for rapping, turn this bitch to a cash cow. I to get you like whacking, fuck the bitch, she tap out. Bad bitch, ass out, cash in, cash out. Gang when the cash in, we just scribbling racks out. I made a name for rapping, turn this bitch to a cash cow. I to get you like whacking, fuck the bitch, she tap out. Bad bitch, ass out, cash in, cash out. Gang when the cash in, bro, the success on a fast route. You don't really wanna whack shit, I blow this bitch when I back out. I came to get rich with half clout. I lit the city in a blackout. I lit the shit that I rap out. Get pistol whipped if you act out. That's how it go. I seen this shit happen. You don't want smoke, keep this shit rapping. Oh, they got jokes, let's use laughing. I came with a pole, that bitch get to dance and I woke them up cause they been asleep. I roll around like the Genevieve. My whole squad like the Den of Thieves. Gang and the cash in. We had distributing racks out. I made a name for rapping. Turn this bitch to a cash cow. I to get you like whacking. Fuck the bitch, she tap out. Bad bitch, ass out. Cash in, cash out. Gang and the cash in. We had distributing racks out. I made a name for rapping. Turn this bitch to a cash cow. I to get you like whacking. Fuck the bitch, she tap out. Bad bitch, ass out. Cash in, cash out. Just sleeping on me, now they woke. Singing and creeping on me and get smoked. We couldn't eat it for leaves, we was broke. Shout out to BB and CC, my bros. Rowdy and LBDB for the low. Getting no team, I'm seeing his ghost. Still on the street, cause to me it's my home. My city need me, they deem me the go. They loving the flow, they say my shit wavy. I got that dope like back in the 80s. I got your hoe, she acting all crazy. Cut on my show, it's back like the baby. So don't hate me, no. Cause I stayed down till I came up. I stayed the same while they changed up. Now I make it rain on these lame dogs. Gang and the cash in. We ain't distributing racks out. I made a name for rapping. Turn this bitch to a cash cow. I took it you like lacking. Fuck the bitch, she tap out. Bad bitch, ass out. Cash in, cash out. Gang and the cash in. We ain't distributing racks out. I made a name for rapping. Turn this bitch to a cash cow. I took it you like lacking. Fuck the bitch, she tap out. Bad bitch, ass out. Cash in, cash out.
It was good. Robbie hit him with another track.
Hop out in Miami with no land, ain't got no understanding. Out of here, I'm burning, no turn me on, you can't understand it. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Drop GLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no on zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my neck, they acknowledge it, good bring away your knowledge. Just stick to the plot. Just stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do what you shit. Just stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do what you shit. See, it's kinda funny. You stick to the road to the riches and hope you don't crash like some dummy. To get to this money, you cut every piece of the pie to find out you sliced into an onion. Now let's change the subject. These niggas who think they got something, but actually they end up with nothing. It's getting distrust. I'm tired of the fucking assumptions. I'm about to blow up the corruption, so stick to it. Stick to the plan. When you lose it, gotta get it again. Keep it moving, never stick in the sand. Even when tired, like Michelin man, shit, I know I'm the man, so I don't give a damn about opinions. I'm racking up millions, you stacking up pennies. She throwing it back in the back of the venue. Now we taking off in her man and his feelings. Now back to the business. Back to the lab with my niggas. Actually back doing laps in the trenches. It's my second home. I ain't have to go visit. I stay resident, embedded to live in the life of a nigga. By day we just niggas. At night we the victim. The life of go get 'em, so I'ma go get it. I stick to my plan. I still on my mission. I stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do what you shit. Just stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do what you shit. So this is my message. Sometimes you just living in life, be an actor. Don't try to direct it. Now let's change direction. This life that we live for the lesson. Don't count chickens, start counting blessings before they go missing. I promise you, I'm on a mission. I want something, I'ma go get it. No hidden intentions. I open my eyes, saw my vision. Now everyone see that I'm gifted. I'm rapping like Christmas. You niggas just under a tree. I'm smoking it, not metaphorically. I'm smoking no tree. No one's smoking on me. So when I say you're under it, no, that means me. I'm a poet MC and I'm living my dream. Hoping that hopefully you see the hope in me. And if you don't fuck it, cause I'm all I need. Keep my ear to the game and my mind to the streets. I'm a beast. Stick to the number one mission in hand. Stay true to yourself and give your life meaning. And fuck their opinions, they won't understand. To get to the top, gotta give all you got. Only getting one shot, so give up or not until your heart stops. Gotta stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do what you shit. Just stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do what you shit. Just stick to the script.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back. Well, at least I am. Really quick, big shout outs. Rumboyz. Yo, the Golan Goons is up in here. You dig what I'm saying? Zona has named Montana Lamonis Craig. This guy's either a future Hall of Fame or guy your girlfriend tells you not to worry about. I am fucking dead. What's good? How you feeling? Hey, yo, shop GLD. Get your GLD just like me. Yo, someone copped the GLD recently. Yo, shout out to that person. Shout out to that person that copped the GLD recently, man. I get notified whenever somebody buy one, and I get a nice little stipend, you know, a nice little kickback. You know, hey, yo, shout out, man. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls want to do. Dilly. Let's get to the point where we sell so many GLDs to where, like, you know, that's like one form of income. Then we got like the YouTube views, you know, type shit. I'm about to bring back the merch line type shit.
Hey.
You know? Like, I'm about to be on my grind type shit. You know, let's get it. Let's get it. Type shit. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rum Boys and girls. What it do? Arrrr. Supposed to stay home tonight. I'm supposed to stay home tonight.
You hear that look on your face? I know that's a goddamn lie. Let's
Really quick. Shout out to Instagram and Facebook for unlocking a brand new creator level for us. This shit has been lit. Like it's been like yo, I feel rejuvenated as a creator. I'm like, oh, I can do more things. Like I can use my fantasy knowledge and my comedy. It's just great. Let's get into the next topic to the rest of the show. Boys, I appreciate you. Taco, congrats on the new baby. Second one.
Thank you.
Dos.
Just had to run and get her little onesies because she pooped on the other ones.
Oh my gosh. Suavemente. Besame. What is a NFL and fantasy overreaction that you had in week 1 that you expect to get settled in week 2? We're calling this segment Settling Bets.
Wait, what? I am so confused. Hold on. I do not understand.
What is a overreaction that you had in week 1 that you are expecting to get settled in week 2? What is something that happened in week 1 that you like most people overreacted about, or you overreacted about, that can be that you think that this week rectifies itself
one way or the
settles
other?
Itself. Not one way, like. Do I need to go first?
Oh, sure. If volunteers are welcome.
Okay. So for me, God damn it. Did he just fucking send another one? Hold on. No. Okay. We're good. I was like, yo, hell no. Matt, what's good? So, for example, all right, here's my take. I don't think that Mark Andrews is going to line up at left tackle again. Like, you know, I don't think that we're getting that this week. I don't think that Isaiah likely to repeat his week 1 performance. What, 110, 2 touchdowns, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think that that's happening again. Straight the fuck up. And I think that everyone, overreacted to Likely. Do I think that Likely is going to have, you know, he's going to pop out and show like every once in a while? Like, you know, I think that that's definitely that capability. But do I also think that a week 1 like mimic mirror of Sammy Watkins can also be the same realm of outcomes? Yes. Mark Andrews just got out of a fucking car crash. Y'all expecting this man to be going on taking on linebackers? I feel like he was more so utilized as a decoy in week 1. You don't need him if you're the Baltimore Ravens. In fantasy football, you obviously need him in week 1. If you're the Baltimore Ravens, in real life, they don't care about your fantasy football team. None of these players, even though some of them play fantasy, do not care about your fantasy football team. You really think the Baltimore Ravens were out to utilize one of their best fucking pass catchers explosively in week 1? You're fucking insane. So I think in week 2, you know, Laporta, I saw Leafs type saying Laporta. I think, you know, Mark Andrews, in the words of Kendrick Lamar, he's going to pop out a show, you know? So that's my take as who I think that everyone overreacted, and even I overreacted. But I think that we should temper our expectations, and we're going to settle the debt in week 2. Mike.
Okay, so someone that underperformed that I think will. Okay, I got what you mean now.
You ready to go?
No, I got it. I got it because I have heard people talking crap about this guy. We've talked about his team, and no, I'm not bringing him up because because he's on a team from someone on this panel. I'm talking about him because I can't afford him to not do good, but with all my rosters. But I also think it was part of growing pains of the quarterback. Even though the quarterback had a great game scoring wise, it wasn't the greatest to the wide receivers. Yes, you have that grin on your face because you know exactly where I'm going on this one. I am not.
It's deserving. Hands off the wheel.
All I'm going to say is F1 will be okay. Scary
F1 will
Terry
be
will be okay.
Hopefully.
Yes, he had it. I mean, yeah, hopefully. But yes, he had a down week. I need him, but I still believe that
he's the
will
leading receiver in Washington history.
He'll be back.
Yeah, like we're okay. Yeah.
And to your point about, I mean, there's not a whole bunch to say about Terry except for the fact that last week the other problem is this: when you well, no, not even dog. They go against Tampa, right? Who has a good secondary,
very good
and
secondary.
No other weapons on the outside. Like they don't have any other wide receivers right now. I'm not calling McCaffrey a freaking weapon. I'm sorry. He's a player right now. They don't have any studs. They're going to shadow him. They are going to lock down on him. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I want to say one thing about your take. The Chiefs are known to lock down
Mark Chase.
He has been, I think one of his best games was like 4 catches for 40-something yards against the Chiefs. They lock him down. Besides the fact that they needed him to block, he went on the route. He went on more routes, more snaps than likely. It was just the fact of them locking him down, because if you lock him down and you shade Zay with the safety, who's their next freaking, or what are they going to throw to Bateman? Come on. That's why Likely was open. They ran the 12 personnel, and it worked. Taco, go ahead.
All right. So when I think about that Seattle offense, there was a lot of hype behind DK Metcalf having a possible re-breakout year. And I think what we saw in week 1 was not what we were expecting.
Dog was not catching shit, bro.
Like,
It was in DK's hands, and man was like,
not what we were expecting. So I know
had the ball everywhere but in his hands.
We know he's a beast. And more than likely, much like Mike was using the term before, things should correct out. He should, become the alpha as he always is in that offense and ride out into the sunset into our fantasy teams as a wide receiver 1 throughout the year. But, week 1 is a little bit of a swirly feeling in our stomach. We're kind of like, all right, just make sure you put up your numbers this week, man. Because if you do this for 2 weeks and I have viable options on the bench, then shit starts getting weird. Because, in a lot of cases, in PPR leagues, I'm saying, you're probably drafting multiple wide receivers for flex and for your league. So you'll probably be able to he might be on the bench if he has another bad game and you have a good bench, is what I'm saying, in competitive leagues. So you better deliver.
Don't diss Luke McCaffrey. It's in the family genes. I don't think we've even seen what he can be yet. Give that time. Give that time. That's definitely going to develop throughout the season. Chuck asks, Chuck, what's good, man? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. What's up, boys? Full PPR. Najee, Worthy, Pickens, Moss. Pick one. Love you. We love you. Appreciate you. Do you boys want to take this one first? Go ahead. I think I know what I'm going to say. So there's that.
Pick one. Ooh.
I think he said pick one. Yeah, he did.
No, he did. I just read it. So okay, Moss is out.
I know who I'm going to pick. Okay, you want me to pick?
Go ahead. I'm just saying Moss is 100% out.
I'm personally taking Worthy over all of those people because his quarterback is the best and he has top breaking speed. Pickens, I mean, listen, he's going to have the volume, but that quarterback situation makes it a little bit nauseating.
Pickens is just a highlight. Is this a fucking highlight reel? Let's keep that in mind. And Patrick Surtain is going to lock that ass down.
True.
Yeah. And then Najee, let's face it, when you have Fields out there, that workload is kind of iffy. And then what happens at goal line? What the fuck happens there? So, like, I'd rather take the shot at Worthy being like kind of like how he was week 1, using these big pass plays, being able to get those long touchdowns, which is, game breaker type shit. That's the Tyreek Hill role. So you go for the home run hitter, in my opinion, here. Considering the team, considering there's no Hollywood Brown, they're facing the Bengals, so they're going to want to shove it in their face because Joe Burrow's a fake, and they want to make sure that the world sees that he's exposed as being a fake, and the Bengals are fakes, and all their stands are fakes.
Fuck you. What I will say is that you do get Chiefs Bengals, which is going to be high scoring. So you do want either Moss or Worthy in this situation. I think that Worthy is going to get his. I definitely think that Moss is going to get his. And it really only comes down to those two in this situation, in my opinion. I like Worthy just because of, again, like Taco said, who his quarterback is. But if you're the Bengals, you want to maintain that pretty unbeaten record since Joe Burrow's been their quarterback against the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Kansas City Chiefs seem to have a kryptonite to Joe Burrow. Maybe you can lean on Moss because maybe they're going to run heavily with Moss. There's a conversation that we're going to have later about passing and where the direction of that is going in the sport. That may be compelling, that bodes Moss a little bit well. Mike, you go.
I was not going to say Worthy, but one statement that was said on camera in this discussion made me change my opinion.
So what, the brain must have said something.
No, it was the non-brain.
Oh, damn.
Patrick Surtain is going to lock up George Pickens because Pittsburgh doesn't have another wide receiver other than freaking Pickens. Surtain I forgot about the Surtain-Pickens matchup, honestly. I am not as scared. I'm not as scared as you are, Taco, about the quarterback situation for Pickens. I would not call it nauseating. I would call it worrisome, but I would not go.
Yeah, it's worrisome. It's not
worrisome.
nauseating.
I wouldn't go nauseating.
But it needs
0 touchdowns thrown.
The problem with Pickens is that for when you think long-term investment, the quarterback situation is going to be so inconsistent because we know for a fact that they're going to throw Wilson out there whenever he comes back healthy.
He has like 4 touchdowns for the year.
No, stop. What was your complaint? It's because Fields threw 0 touchdowns. Is that why you're complaining?
No, I'm not
worried. You're comparing Worthy to Pickens. I'm not saying Pickens is a trash player, but you're talking about 0 touchdown upside.
Pickens is a trap.
Low touchdown upside.
Pickens is a fantasy football trap.
Yeah,
we can all fucking agree on that. The chat has records of this.
So I'm taking Worthy. I disagree with Robbie on the Moss factor because I don't think the volume is going to be there.
You think they're going to slow the fucking game down to keep it out of?
He didn't get the volume last week when they needed it at all.
It was week 1.
He is getting goal line work.
Are they going to?
I'm sorry, I yelled at you. Do you want a hug?
No. All I'm saying is he's not going to get the workload to be what I'm saying is he's not going to get the workload to outscore Worthy. He's not going to get to. I don't think he's going to get the workload to outscore Najee.
He like Worthy to me is the high end pick.
Compelling argument with the Najee thing. So I think that we all can agree that we're going Worthy.
We're going Worthy. Yeah. Moss is last to me.
Hey, really quick, boys, let's sing. If you are what you say you are, a superstar.
Who got the yellow M&Ms? Who got the yellow M&Ms?
No. You said Eminem with me here a little bit.
No, the yellow, what he says, and I got the yellow M&Ms.
I know, but you say the word Eminem when I'm here a little bit intoxicated. All I'm going to say.
All right, Slim.
Shout out to Treat for the karaoke moment.
Because I am whatever I say. I'm the paper the news every day I am.
I respect your dad as a bodybuilder, but I hope he puts you through hell if you suck again. Don't worry, he'll be fine. Yeah, K-State doing work. The chat is on Amon-Ra so heavy because we're such an Amon Ra Brown channel. Amon Ra Ra Ra. Ooh la 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 la. Stuck in a bad offense. Because he's stuck in a bad offense right now after that week 1 display of not getting shit. All right. Lise is getting it popping in the chat. Lisa, he's got to be back in the 6 because I'm feeling the energy of back in Canada like leaves. Slap my ears. I'm sorry. UNLV dropping Jayhawks and K-State putting Arizona down just optimizes this college season. I told y'all K-State was going to be K-State's always going to be with this shit. It's like K-State is always willing to clap cheeks.
You want to hear something hilarious?
Hey, they willing to do it Shannon Sharp style.
You said you're the brain.
I'm the brain.
Okay.
No, he asked if I wanted to hear something hilarious, and I said, "What? That you're the brain."
You know which game has the lowest over/under point total this week?
Oh, I already know the answer.
Yo,
Robbie?
Really? Hold on. I didn't hear that because literally, we're getting like so many different like side premium subscribers because like I put the Cash App in the fucking chat. So like honestly, from like week 1, like my phone doesn't stay charged anymore. Literally, I get hit up like, yo, what's the bets? It's Friday. Sunday's not here yet. I respect you for paying the $6.99 for the subscription and sending it to me in the Cash App. Please, I promise, guys, I will like take care of you. But like, the premium has been fucking going dumb lately, and it's been through like the Cash App and shit. Yeah, like we're gonna have to like start adding that shit into the Discord because like I've been just getting hit up so much on the side. It's crazy. What was your question, Taco? Please. I'm sorry.
Lowest over/under for this weekend slate of games.
We are going to get into best bets in a minute.
No, he's asking you if you know what it is. He's trying to prove a point on something. Let him do it for this one.
Oh, Steelers Broncos.
Yep. That's what we're saying.
Robbie said, "Bitch, say Burger King, have it your way." Yeah, no. Let me really quick. Let me get this back on the rails. We are going to get into best bets in a little bit. Taco, I wish you would have teed that up for me a little bit later. That's just hold on, but that's just us not being on air together for 2 weeks.
No. He wanted to prove his point on the question.
On the back of the pick.
I just wish from like a production standpoint, I could have gotten that bitch like a little bit later, so I could have just.
Oh, I got another. I got another plug for that. That was in the pickings.
All right, so if you have another one for that, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go, Mike. You're gonna close this next topic. You're gonna tee up when I get into best bets for the final show all right? Because we're gonna get into UFC and everything in that. We're about to go fucking dom. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have a weekend action packed with NFL, college football, and UFC. Really quick, I do want to cover one last topic though. Settle down. The passing median last week was 189.5, and last night there wasn't a whole lot of passing either. Is this just a slow start to the season? Settle down. Or our defense is just getting so much better, and maybe even quarterbacks getting worse? Mike.
I'm going to answer this backwards. They're not getting worse in the top half to top 20 part of the league, but they're not as deep all the way down to 32 as it used to be. I'll leave it at that. No, offenses are not worse. No, quarterbacks aren't getting worse from the passing yards, and it's not in defenses. The rules aren't defensive friendly, all that jazz. I am blaming this on something that we have blamed multiple things on. The lack of preseason games. The slow start, because a lot of the starters aren't playing. The starters that played game 2 and half of game 3 got going, didn't play game 4. Now they're not playing at all. They're playing a quarter in week 2, and that's it. So you look at the ones that didn't, maybe not the yards or whatever. I mean, let's not to bring up Taco's favorite quarterback in the entire league one more time, but I'm going to. Patrick freaking Mahomes. He's one of the quarterbacks that played the most in the preseason. Did it look like he was rusty week 1?
No.
Point proven.
That offense looked like a fucking juggernaut.
Taco.
If anyone entered week 1 looking like, they didn't miss a beat, is definitely no.
And he played one of the most. He played all the way into the third quarter of that last preseason game. That's my point. Taco, you can take it away, senor.
So I'm gonna agree wholeheartedly with what Mike is saying about how this change in the way they approach preseason is leaving you without the continuity and the fluidity of your offense. Because let's face it, just like what Robbie said with the drop, we haven't been on for 2 weeks, so we don't got the rhythm to hit that's real in football. Timing is real. Little plays like that are real. Like even when you play street basketball with your boys, you already know. Oh, my man is gonna make that cut there, and I'm gonna you gotta play though.
Taco,
what?
Did you just admit that I'm a good analyst?
I mean, you have your moments.
God damn you, Taco! Why'd you have to put that in his brain right now?
Like, am I like really good? Like,
you wet the whistle. But the other thing I'm going to say too is quarterback play has depreciated. Quarterback play is not as good as it used to be. And let's look at some of these top flight, top paid quarterbacks. Number 2, Trevor Lawrence. Oh
my God.
$55 million for that. Then you get Tua at 53.
Hold on. Like I told you, wait. Like I told you in the green room before we went on air, at the rate that quarterback injuries are happening right now, Trevor Lawrence could fuck around and be a league winner. Like I'm not.
You're right, but you know what? This is why I really, and I said this in the beginning, I like the way that Minnesota is approaching their quarterback room. I even like the way that Atlanta is approaching their quarterback room. Because think about it. Minnesota went and they got the rookie, but then they still had Sam Darnold there. And Sam Darnold looks fucking competent. Okay? Sam Darnold looks better than half of these other guys out there because he can effectively just get the ball. Now, he played the Giants, so we got to see when he faces a real team what happens. But, for now, I think what we're going to see is a coming back of you're kind of stupid for spending big money on unproven talent at the quarterback position, where maybe one of these guys that failed, who's a good prospect, but failed 1 or 2 times, that spent time in the practice squads, that came up with a good coach that was able to fix him a little bit, that now comes in and can be a serviceable quarterback. And that's the way we might have to see the game going, because they're not developing the players and the kids the way they used to. If you don't come from college and you don't hit, guess what? You're trash. And that's never the case for the players.
Chat. He says Sam Darnold played the Giants.
I agree.
It's like playing the
Panthers. I agree. I mean, listen, man, I'm about to make a lot of money just betting fucking against the Giants. Listen, gonna pay the bills. I'm just waiting for the best bets.
What's so fucking hilarious about that is part of the 10 betting commandment. Part of the 10 betting commandments of the Rumboyz is to never like bet for your team. Like you're never supposed to be heavily invested. So you're technically following the rules. Like you're technically following the 10 betting commitments.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man.
Me on ESPN, how well does he?
I mean, I tell you, man, I'd be able to get a little spicy on that. I'd be like Shannon Sharp, Michelle. Oh, you like that, Michelle?
Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen,
I mean, I was really shocked at how good Derek Carr looked, because, like, my God, we've all been trashing him, but let's face it, Derek Carr has his moments. The question is, how long is he going to be able to keep this up?
I think decline running backs is worse than QBs, and you can't throw if they stay in buckle and dime. Nick, you meant to say nickel and dime, or 3 safety looks because you can't run.
Yeah.
So hold on. All right, now Robbie is back to being big brain. Oh fuck, I'm frozen. 1 second because I have to use my hands to make this.
So then I can say one thing. This is kind of like what I do in Madden. I feel like they're running a lot more zones, keeping everything in front of them and being able to just attack on the guy. Say, listen, you're not going to get the big play downfield. You might be able to scramble and get a little bit, but you're not really going to get as many lanes. We're going to play zone control and make it difficult. I mean, that's what I'm seeing is a lot more zone play.
Hold up. Okay. So really quick, this is where I go again back to big brain. You are right. This is my take. I feel like defenses are showing a lot more exotic looks, and I feel like that is something that I noticed in week 1. There were different movements and schemes and different ways of, even linebackers like creeping up, prowling, different things. One thing that I noticed very, very efficient, that was a Chipotle bag that you just heard fucking crumble behind me. I got food back there that I got at halftime that I'm about to fucking tear up. But one of the things I noticed that a lot of teams doing really well is being able, the teams that I feel that played efficient defense were able to play the zone and be able to switch, nickel and be able to switch safety very, very well. The transitions, very smooth, very symphonetic, if you will. So that is something that I did notice in week 1. But with so many offensive gurus in the game right now, as coordinators, I think that quickly changes and that quickly adjusts. Right now, a lot of people, this is going to sound fucked up when I say this, are like, holy shit, LaFleur doesn't have Jordan Love right now. Holy shit, the Dolphins don't have Tua right now. We need to go and strike and get wins. What I think that we are witnessing is that defenses are becoming that gut check punch that a lot of boxers use to kind of, hey, like you need to respect us. Oh shit, now I know that you're hurt. Now I can go for the knockout. And I think that that's what you're going to be witnessing a lot. That's a philosophy that is going to be heavily utilized this year. We saw that trend last year. I think that philosophy defensively comes in this year. And we don't talk about a whole lot of defense on this network. So for me to give you guys that perspective, I want you guys to take that into your fantasy leagues and allow that to be something to think about, because that's a piece of advice, realistically, that is going to help you win championships. Very good point, Jeff. Leafs over on Twitch. Yo, Twitch is rocking tonight. God damn. The meta is having 2 good wide receivers. You can't have one because you make it too easy for them to focus on one guy. Exactly. And I think that's another thing too, is that the offenses that are successful, Kansas City, are not predicated on one single identity. San Francisco, they have the ability to utilize multiple pieces on the chessboard however they see fucking fit. They have football players. Worthy, Rice can be utilized into rounds, jet sweeps, even fucking if they want to. If the Kansas City Chiefs wanted to, realistically, they could go wildcat at any given fucking moment with Pacheco like he was Ronnie Brown and fuck anybody up. If we want to be realistic. Like, there's a lot of very dynamic, high-octane offenses, and I wish that more people were understanding that part of the game, and I think that's another big piece of value that we bring here. But philosophies and how styles make fights is a very big piece, and Leafs, you over on Twitch, or Treat, you over on Twitch, Jeff, you here on YouTube, you guys bring up very, very, very valid points. We do have a fantasy question. Before we get into best bets, this is important. We want to make sure we take care of you guys, the viewers. 16-man, AR, Brees, Etienne, Amon-Ra, Terry, Pitts, and Shaheed. Is this good?
Yes.
I'm gonna right now I'm cooking and I'm on a roll. So I'm gonna go first. then I'll kind of let you guys follow up. Look, I am actually really, really loving this lineup for a 16 man. There's not really a whole lot of cleanup work that you have to do. You got guys that week in, week out that can go up to bat. At best, you upgrade Shaheed. And oh my gosh, like you don't really have to.
It's a 16 team league.
In that format, you have top tier players in a league to where, in all honesty, with that many guys, you shouldn't have any of those fucking players at once. You have Voltron while everyone else is walking around with dog shit like it's like on the streets of LA.
All right,
everyone else has Skid Row, and you're cooking, bro.
Taco, let me take this one first because I have a feeling you know where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
First, I'm going to go in a different order of players because Taco knows me right now. Yes, you got Brees, and yes, you got ETN. You're going to have that situation. You have one of the top 3 running backs in the league. You have ETN, who should have scored a touchdown last week, but fumbled at the half-yard line, but he's going to get his play. You got Amon-Ra. We all love Amon-Ra here. Robbie has already sung the song tonight, so I'm not going to ask him to sing it again. You already heard me talk about Terry McLaurin. Pitts is going to have his touchdown upside if they can keep the offense going. We all know, even Taco brought it up about Atlanta. We're good there. Here's the thing. You start 2 wide receivers in this league. That means 32 wide receivers are going to be start every week, plus the flex. That's Shaheed. That means 32 other players. Shaheed's going to fall on that. He'll be fine, especially if you get return yards. But even if you don't get return yards, you're good. 16-team league, like Robbie was joking around about, with all the injuries to quarterback and everything else, Trevor Lawrence could end up being a league winner, and I get what Robbie's saying. But, Taco, you know where I'm going with this. When you have a 16-team league, and you have Brees, and you have Amon-Ra, and you got Terry, and you got Pitts, and you got Shaheed, and you got the bold take QB1 overall in 2024, this is a great team.
It is a fucking amazing team. Like it really, really is.
Let's go AR-15 QB1,
exactly.
baby.
Listen,
for that format, you're never getting that.
I'm all these guys are not wrong in anything that they're saying. However,
oh Lord,
I do not feel the same way they feel about ETN. And if I was to make one move on this team, it would be to pivot off of ETN before he loses his job to Tanks Bigsby this year. He will lose that job with Bigsby.
Robbie Glazes worthy more than Mike, and I love Mike for that. He knows who Worthy is a playmaker, not a star. Rice is that guy in KC. I've never said that Rice is
the PPR guy, but Worthy is like the top, the guy that's going to break the top.
But I've never said that neither one aren't him. I've always said that they're both going to have. I think that you have a 1-2 punch combo. The Chiefs have a really good jab. They have a really good 1-2 jab. And then with Kelsey, that's your body shot. That's your fucking – and then Pacheco's your haymaker. But at the fourth quarter, when you need to wind it down, Pacheco's just going to fucking start wearing you down. Mm-hmm. Actually, Pacheco's your body shot, and then your fucking knockout is Kelsey. Like the Chiefs are literally built like if I were to put it in boxing terms, the Chiefs are built like the perfect boxer. The Chiefs are fucking Iron Mike. The Chiefs are literally built like Iron Mike.
And then you got Jones to fuck shit up.
And like if I were like switch weight classes, but then like compare another top tier team in the NFC, like to like a boxer, is how fast and how dynamic they are, and how elusive they are. The San Francisco 49ers are Pretty Boy Floyd. Not Money Team Floyd. They're Pretty Boy Floyd. They got that youth. It's not the youth, but like they just got that. They don't got the youth. So actually, no, they're Money Team Floyd.
They ain't got no rings either. My man is undefeated with the belt. Get a ring.
I'm not going in on an AR overreaction week when I am simply going to give him props and I'm going to settle it at that. And the 16-team league is for 320. Not bad. Get your bag. I
do a 14 team for like 500 and change with a code.
One point I want to bring up: defenses play match coverage. They don't stick to it. They don't stick in one specific coverage because it's too easy nowadays for offenses. Defenders look at route distribution. If it's not their route, they pass it to the other guy. You're seeing both man and zone coverage being played on the field at the same time. I fucking love my Because yes, and I said, and I was saying that last week, and I think I even brought that up even the first game that we broadcasted. The first game that we broadcasted. If you have not caught our live play-by-plays, catch our live play-by-plays, because when I cook and when I'm on point, I'm on point. Yeah, that was something that we were noticing very, very efficiently throughout the week. We noticed that especially during that Brazil game, something that both the Packers and the Eagles were doing very well despite being on a slippery field, which allowed for points. No way you get your ass off the field faster than fumbling. ETN learned that. Oh my gosh. Andre asked, rate my 16-team squad: Kyler Murray, Bijan, Ford, Cup, Rice, Pitts, Flex, Worthy, Jaden Reed. How the fuck are y'all getting these teams?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this I can get. Bijan 1, Cup 2, and then probably Pitts 3. You snag Ford late, Kyler late, Rice late. No, that's just a good team. This is just good drafting.
That's a very solid fucking team.
That's good drafting.
That's just really good drafting. But that's also
I love that team because I think Ford keeps the job all year. I think Rice and Cup are PPR gold because they might not get touchdowns, but they'll get tons.
But they're getting, but see, what I'm saying is like they're getting like teams like Christian and Andre are getting teams that like Mike and I have in like fucking 12 bands.
Well, here's the thing. Well, the other thing that's great. Well, but here's the other thing. Because
we're analysts though.
Well, no, but because it's a 16-team league, it's crazy. I'm so used to playing in leagues I don't play in leagues that don't start 3 wide receivers anymore.
It's more, yeah, basically. Christian, you're not moving ETN.
I mean,
you're not doing that.
I'd only move him for a high quality back on the comeback, but I would.
No. I mean, not as good in a 16-man format. There's no need. He has a chessboard full of fucking like just juggling.
Like, I would rather move down off of ETN and get a Brian Robinson and an upgrade on Shaheed than keeping ETN. I think Brian Robinson this season is going to be better.
Lisa and Aiden are hilarious. Bijan has his own mustard. Bijan's Dijon. That's neat. Oh my gosh. Cup fell, bro. Took people.
Yeah.
Like Puka and Nico in the second. I fucking love it. I love it. Now rate my 14. We got time. Trevor, White, JK, Amon, Skinny Batman with Devonta, Njoku. Oh my God. Flowers, BTJ, McLaughlin, and at kicker.
Okay, Taco, you have to go first.
I mean, the JK is fucking. The JK is a steal right there, bro. And then the McLaughlin late. I mean, I love what you did at running back because even if White potentially loses the job, you should be able to fill out. You got Amon, who's a fucking beast, and you still got Smith, who I mean, I think from what I heard, Brown is having a little bit of injuries. Don't love the Trevor at quarterback, but at 14 teams, you probably could find something on the waiver wire that could replace him.
Replacing Njoku?
No, he's saying replace Trevor.
Something on the wire replacing Njoku in a 14 team is fucking wild. I'll say for a 14 team. Like if there is if you can get Sicky Wickasicki in a 14 team, I'm so getting Sicky Wickasicki. Yeah, especially with T. Higgins and Chase. Like the Bengals start off cold. And Gesicki is the most veteran pass catcher on that offense right now. Until Chase, really and Burrow get their rhythm back down. We know that they don't get their rhythm back down until week 4. So, I would get Sicky with Gesicki for a little while because if they can develop chemistry and it could be a little bit something. Oh yeah, you got Theo. We talked about this. My guy talked about this.
Wait, you talking about Theo Johnson, the tight end from the Giants?
Yeah, the tight end from that shitty team.
You know what else I got from the Giants? I gotta bet against them. I gotta fucking bet against them, motherfuckers. That's the team I bet against this year.
Let's get into best bets. We have 15 minutes left of airtime. This is the moment that you all been waiting for. Like I said earlier in the show. Actually, fellas, all together. We've all seen Wolf on Wall Street. Can I get the chest pound really quick? 3, 2, 1.
football, we have UFC Noche. We have NFL Action. It's time for best bets, game of the week, UFC picks. You get to pick one college. You get to pick your best bet in the UFC. In the UFC, I'll let you pick two. I'll let you pick two off the card. Off the main card. Main card only. I want to set parameters so we can make this in 15 minutes. And you get one NFL bet. Taco.
If Taco doesn't have a college bet, we'll let him pick two of one or the other.
He has to. It's the name of the game.
NFL.
He doesn't.
I don't
He's
have.
not a college guy.
He doesn't watch college. Okay, you can get two NFL. You can get two NFL. You can get two NFL. We'll grant you two NFL.
But you're first.
Yep,
All
you're
right.
first.
So I'm definitely gonna take Marab. That's not a question for me. As much as I love Sugar Sean, Marab is
You're fired.
Beast.
You're
Marab
fired.
is a beast, bro.
Let him take his bet.
Marab is
I
a
know.
beast. And there's just something, I think he's just gonna take him to the ground and fucking mop him. He's gonna use his colorful head as a beautiful mop on that UFC canvas. So I got Marab. And then when I look at the rest of this card, it gets a little bit interesting. So I'll probably go to this Grasso Shevchenko fight. And I'll probably lean a little bit towards Grasso. I know Grasso won that last fight. Shevchenko is a little bit older. And I just ride him with the girl Grasso. Now, for the NFL side, there's a few of them that I kind of find very interesting, but I'm definitely taking the Chargers to beat the Panthers.
On the spread? Are you taking them on the spread? You're taking them on the spread.
So I would take them money line or on the spread, either way, depending on how you feel about it.
Take them money line at minus 230 when you can just take them minus 5, minus 110.
Well, I'm gonna have two, so I would parlay it. I would do. That's why it doesn't matter.
Parlay spread at money line.
If I go money line on both, I can parlay it. Is what I'm saying, because I have two NFL that I'm gonna do. Right?
You're just supposed to have one, and one. So we gave you two,
right.
one. You took the two UFC.
On a card.
Okay.
Are you
Okay.
like I'm actively building a card. Like build an actual fucking card, bro. Like
I mean, listen, I take that either way. I like cheap. I'm taking cheap Chargers money line in a money line bet. I'm taking 5 teams straight money line.
You might as well just take them at minus 110 by the spread.
A part of me thinks maybe I might switch it because I do think the Panthers are fucking trash.
The Panthers are trash. So just take the spread.
Taco, you need to decide what you're doing because we're giving our listeners.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm taking it money line, and he's saying, "Why not just take it with the points?" And I'm like, "That's nice, but I'm taking your money line because you said, what's my best bet?" That's not losing, okay?
So
that's not
you're
losing.
willing to take it at 230 as your best bet of the week
on football. I mean,
no,
yeah, I put that in a parlay. I put that in all my parlay. Yes.
Let him. He's gonna take him on the money line. Fucking dummy. Go ahead.
All right. So my college football play, because I have my NFL memorized, so I'm getting my college lined up. My college football play is going to be, I just saw it. I'm going to take Texas A&M -4 against Florida because Florida stinks and Napier will be fired by week 6 or 7 possibly. They stink. It's -180, minus 180 on the line, -108 on the -4. I don't care if it's in the swamp. Sorry, Gator. I'm taking Texas A&M against the Gators. In the UFC fight, there's one that I wanted to talk about. I'm taking for the odds. I disagree with the pick on the Marab Sean fight, but for betting purposes to make it a little bit different, I am taking Brian Ortega at +160 over Diego Lopez.
Okay.
Okay. Respect.
And for my football bet of the week, upset at plus 3.5 on the money line, plus 150 on the money line, minus 110 on the line. But I'm taking them plus 150 because I think there is a good chance they win outright. Mayonnaise Boy is going to beat Aaron Old Man Rodgers. Let's go, Tennessee Titans.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that.
That's
Tree
possible.
said stop hyping up Diego Lopez. This guy has no skills. I get it. He has power, but this guy has no boxing skills. Just throw big shots. IG on 4 hours notice. Survived by covering up Ortega, more technical guy. Both guys do the same. BJJ. They like to have pull guard with get submissions. I'm trusting the guy who has a better gas tank. Fair enough. Tim, you QB hurt, might not play. Just an FYI, Mike. Yes, Mike. Fraud check. Leafs agreeing with you. Woo. Let's see here. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Give me 1 second. To get takedowns, you need control. You need to control the distance. Who controls the distance well? That's literally Sean's game: height, speed, and reach. His physical attributes gives him such a big advantage in the division. The way he stays outside and feints, he is looking to draw guys in for the hard counters. If he sees a guy rushing and he reacts, so he delivers well. Such a flush shot right to the dome. Rob, all he does in takedowns, no submissions or holds. The guy gets up and he does it over and over again. He trains in freestyle wrestling to specialize in takedowns, not submissions, because if his match goes to the ground and there's nothing happening, the ref can have both guys stand up. So that's why Marab has no positional grappling or submissions. I trust Sean better to get submission. This is not how you beat Sean. They send Marab and Aljo grapplers who can't strike, and Petarion striker who isn't redefined grappler. That's my one paragraph. Fair enough. Too bad there's not a bet where you can bet if Shedeur Sanders causes his team to lose every week. Holy fuck. Here is love that the UFC is doing Mexican Independence Day without a highlight Mexican fight. I think that's why Dana White put in the whole like Easter egg thing to combat the Canelo fight that is simultaneously happening.
But they are highlighting a Mexican fight in the sense that they got Grasso.
Yes, and that really is the big draw. My whole thing with that is you cannot do a Mexican Independence Day. They're messing up by not having a true actual Mexican fighter. You know what I mean?
But who?
And that's the thing. I mean, Brandon Moreno, he has already fought recently, so they can't do that. Like it's Dana has it. Here's the thing: boxing has this day down so fucking well that it makes it very hard. I love the UFC. Don't get me wrong. I love the UFC. This is very, very, very hard to pull off against the sport of boxing because the sport of boxing has had a chokehold. Has had a fucking chokehold on this day. From a business standpoint, that's why he's doing the 25,000 to find the Easter eggs thing. Let's just be real. Okay. Let me go ahead. Let me read. I'm going to actually give you guys a weekend card, a weekend play. A little sweat because I love you guys. And I feel like we should have some fun. I feel like I should do one more shot before I read this off because I just cooked on this hoe.
God. I don't know if you need another shot.
I don't know. the fucking paisa, the fucking paisa, he's like, ayo, he's like, what are you doing, Wade? I'm like, oh fuck. Like as soon as my little brother, my little god brother, who's Mexican, as soon as he starts hitting me up, like I already know what's good. Like I already know what's fucking bracking. Like, oh, we about to get it, Wade. Like it's about to be one of those nights. So I'm glad that I just cooked up this parlay because 20 wins you 783.85. Let's get it fucking popping, y'all. I'm about to give y'all gold. Let's start with my one college football pick. I'm going with my motherfucking Hokies, baby. Minus 17 against ODU. An in-state smackdown showdown is going down. Virginia Tech by 17. Minus 108 is the live odds right now. Plug it in. By the way, DraftKings link down below. Next, I'm going to go in and I'm going to give you my UFC and my boxing picks. I'm going under 8.5 rounds. Okay. I do believe that Canelo is 100% going to win that fight. I don't think that it goes a distance. I think that under 8.5 is fair. I love Edgar Balaga, the Puerto Rican. Shout out to the Boricua. Dominicano, Colombiano. Listen, with that being said, Canelo is king of Mexican Independence Day. Never lost a Mexican Independence Day fight. Under 8.5 rounds. Canelo's too fucking dangerous. I don't think that Balaga nearly has the same knockout power that he had at the beginning of his career. Even though boxing is a one-shot is all it takes sport, he also doesn't have the cardio to go to distance with Canelo, should that even be a situation that's in play, even given Canelo's age. Under 8.5, Canelo's going to win. All right? With that being said, I'm going to now segue into UFC. Give me Alexa Grasso, money line, minus 135. I don't trust what can happen with the rounds with this fight. It could be a knockout. It could be a submission. So many different things can happen. I don't want to risk it, given the risk assessment that I have put together with that matchup. So therefore, that is why I'm going money line in that UFC matchup. That same single philosophy applies with the main event between Sugar Sean O'Malley and Merab Dvalishvili. I can never say his fucking last name, but I think that's as close as I'm ever going to get. So we're going to hope and pray that I got it as close. And if not, it's no disrespect, Merab. Merab is a very, very dangerous fighter. But Sugar Sean has the ability to also keep you at distance, just like Taco's doing with that long reach, as if he was fucking, Iggy in a way. All right. And he's also very fast, one of the fastest fighters that I have seen in a very long time. And I definitely have the belief in his counter abilities. All right. Do I believe that this is a lopsided bet and it can go either way? Yes. But I think that it's a little bit more fandom in me. That is why I'm picking Sugar Sean O'Malley. Okay. Dvalishvili. Now, moving out of UFC, I am going to get into NFL, and I'm going to put 2 games on record for you. I am taking the Commanders over the Giants on the money line, okay? The thing with the spread is that if there is any game that Daniel Jones can do well in, it is this. Here's where the issue that Daniel Jones has. He has not seen this version of Washington's defense. We saw plenty of plays last week where even though the Buccaneers were very efficient because of the personnel that they have, Washington's defense on plenty of plays was still rising to the occasion. You're not playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week, Washington. You have it a little bit easier. Daniel Jones really doesn't do well against Bobby Wagner. Go look it up. He does well against Washington. A jersey color doesn't change what a personnel grouping does against you. He doesn't do well against Frankie Louvu. This now becomes a problem. Malik Neighbors is going to cook. I do think that Malik Neighbors is going to be a positive for you in this, just due to the fact that Forbes could potentially be that matchup. But I think that Washington's going to be playing zone to where Forbes is just really going to have to pass off and contain the underneath routes. So maybe you fade Neighbors. Betting-wise, I think he can still be profitable fantasy, but maybe betting-wise, he doesn't get you that anytime TD or maybe those reception yards that you're needing. It could be a 4-catch, 5-catch day for about 40 yards for Neighbors, just because of how that zone defense is working. And then my last bet for Sunday, I wanted to go ahead and bake together 2 for you. Los Angeles Chargers by the spread over the Carolina Panthers. This is a give me. There is no point in you taking the Chargers money line at -230 when you can get better juice on the spread, because Carolina can't cover a spread. So it's just best for you to just, on that one, I usually don't preach chasing the money, but if you're going to put that game on your card, there's only one way to bet it. The over's not going to be a thing, because the Chargers aren't going to hit that by themselves. The Chargers are going to blow them out the water, and then Harbaugh's going to be like, we're not going to risk our players. It's too early in the season to do that.
That's one reason I think that Herbert's not going to have as great of a game, is because they're going to run the ball after the score goes up.
They're going to fuck them up. They're going to fuck them up early. Here's the thing. If there's ever a game, to your point, to be devil advocate to your point, if there's any game this season that Herbert's just going to be able to really test that wide receiver core and push them at full speed NFL football, the Chargers can treat this like practice.
No, I agree that will happen early. I just think by the second half they'll shut it down and just run the ball with the running back core.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, but there's no point in playing the money line. And no disrespect, Taco, but Carolina can't cover. They can't.
Imagine they actually do. Listen, they can't be that bad. Well, they are that bad. No, you're right. They probably can't cover.
They lost to the Saints.
Yeah, you're right. You
By
probably
like
cover.
60.
You're right. Maybe the under.
They let Rashee Rice, bro. They let Rashee Rice, who's not the number one on the team, get the fuck off. They let him pop out his show. That's crazy, dog. Like, that's straight up crazy. But those are my takes. Those are my best bets. And I think that we can go. Look, 20 wins. What did I say? 20 wins. Hold on. Let me run this back again. Because the odds change real quick on a couple of things. What the fuck? 733 is what we can win on that joint. 20 wins, no, 783. I'm sorry. 20 wins, 783. So, boom. Other than that, boys, I love you. I appreciate you. We make magic happen. Pause. For those that grew up in the MTV Cribs era, they get that. They get why that was paused. Listen, we just cooked up bets. We gave them takes. We helped with fantasy lineups. We answered fantasy questions. I promise that we're the best damn fantasy sports network there is. Get ready for Sunday, because we back on air. 11 Eastern. 9 p.m. Pacific, right, Mike? No, is it? No, 8 p.m. 8 a.m. All right, not 11 a.m. Eastern. Let me redo this. We're live again Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. right before kickoff. Rumboyz NFL AM. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboys and girls, what it do. Hey, yo, listen. Chat. We're cooked, chat. Dilly.